Right, there we go. Live and direct, I believe. Algorithm is up and running and working. How we doing, guys? Happy Sunday. Premier League is back, baby. Premier League is back. Hope you're all having a good weekend. Yeah, talk to me. How are we feeling? How's your team's weekend gone so far in the Premier League? Good, bad? Anyone at the Tottenham game yesterday? Because I was, which was good fun. Yeah, I thought I'd jump on the live stream for a little bit just to say hello because it's been a little while, and yeah, what better way to jump on a live stream than in the first weekend of the Premier League season? Been some cracking games so far, right? Some really, really good games. Trying to think. Well, my favourite has obviously been the Spurs game, which was really, really good. Robbo, how you doing, my friend? Good morning, good morning. Nice early one. I've just realised I forgot to put my fan on, and I can feel myself getting hot and sweaty already. So bad. It's so warm at the moment, and I need to fill my water up. I'm just not prepared. Not prepared. And my straw's not working. What a nightmare. Yeah, how we doing? How's everybody's weekend been? How you been enjoying the football being back? Looking forward to the games today. I'm looking forward to all of them, to be fair. Do you know how much better life is when you can sit and watch football knowing that your team's already won and won the 3 points? Like, it's just the best feeling in the world. Just the best feeling. Obviously, Spurs got their 3 points yesterday. R9, Richarlison, absolutely cooking on the pitch. Great result, though, for Thomas Frank to get off to a winning start. And, yeah. By the way, those of you watching on YouTube, I have got, like, a video coming out on it at the moment. But I ended up going straight out yesterday when I got back, so I didn't have time to do it. But there is one coming this afternoon, I promise. Eze starts for Palace today. He does. Yeah, so the Eze stuff is really, really... I don't want to say worrying me at the moment. It's more like confusing me, right? It's more a case of there's a mix of reviews with the Eze stuff, where it's like a lot of people are saying it's basically done, but to me it doesn't feel like it's basically done. Do you get what I mean? Like a lot of people reported last night that Eze'S requested not to start for Palace today against Chelsea. But then this morning, the reports have come out and said Eze'S has never made himself unavailable and is ready to start for Palace today. So there's like a huge contrast in what the hell is going on at the moment with the Eze'S deal. Lots of people saying that a deal has basically been agreed for 55 million plus add-ons. I don't know. Something just smells a little bit fishy at the moment. This is like the big tweet at the moment. Yeah, 1,000% Levy's tried to change the deal. It's going to collapse. I really hope not. Really, really hope not. Yeah, Spence, we're talking about that now, my friend. So this is the latest news from David Ornstein surrounding that sort of saga. Last night, Crystal Palace had a bid rejected for Bilal El Khanous, someone that Spurs have been linked to as well. And now they've approached Club Bruges for Christos Zolis as an option, like El Khanous, to replace Eze. Offer rejected, but Palace plan to raise bid and talking to 23-year-old Camp. So, to me, I'm still feeling positive, right? Because Palace are actively sounding out replacements. It does sound like a deal is close. I just don't know if it's as close as a lot of people are saying. Do you get what I mean from that? It's a weird one. Yo, Milton, good morning, mate. Lots of love from Australia. Timo Werner on a season loan deal done. Amazing. I can't believe you're joining from Australia, dude. That's so cool. Welcome in. Yeah, good morning, good morning. Do you know what? I'd take Timo Werner back at club. I'm kidding. I'm joking, by the way. What a disaster of a move that was. Absolutely crazy. What, like Notts were looking at Morgan Gibbs-White replacement, remember that? I don't think they were. I'm not sure there was anything that came out that suggested Gibbs-White was... Forest were looking at replacements for Gibbs-White. If he gets injured today, then what? Down to Levy, you've taken so long to get the deal done. Yeah, to an extent, Robbo, but also... So there's two people in the Premier League, right, that are notoriously difficult to negotiate. One of them is Daniel Levy. The other one is Steve Parish, Crystal Palace's chairman. Steve Parish, over the years, has been so incredibly difficult to negotiate with that it's like... It does sound like he may be asking for a little bit more money right as the deal's about to be concluded, and if that's the case, then it's like, what are we kind of supposed to do, sort of thing. But I'm just hoping that it still gets done. Palace, he's probably, hopefully, playing his last game for Palace today, and then he will be a Spurs player. That's like best case scenario, right? Is that he plays today and we'll see a nice farewell to the Palace away end, and then the deal gets wrapped up and he becomes a Tottenham player, and then we go out and spend on Savinho as well, and then we go and buy Hincapie and we challenge for the top four and everybody's happy. Unlikely, but you know, is what it is. Werner better than Tell. That's an outrageous shout, bro. I really hope we can get El Canus as a replacement. I know it's spelled wrong. I think he's just still asking for the release. I can't see your profile picture, but are you a Palace fan? We will get Eze. Do you think today is more of a goodbye game? Yeah, I think so. I think it's been lost in sort of translation in terms of the reporting, where it said that Eze asked to be left out of Palace's squad today. I don't think he ever asked that. I think he always wanted to stay, always wanted to play today, rather, for Palace and feature, because it's very, very different to the Alexander Isak deal, right? Isak is trying to completely force a move. He's on strike. He's refusing to play for Newcastle, not allowed to train with the squad. Eze'S has been very, very respectful all the way through. He's wanted to leave, and I think he would have been, to be honest with you guys, I know a lot of you Spurs fans watching as well, I think he would have been happy to go to Arsenal as well, but I don't think Arsenal are moving for him. But Spurs look like his destination. It's just we need to get an agreement in place. So, I mean, Ornstein also said this morning. Eze'S expected to start for Crystal Palace at Chelsea today. 27-year-old attacking midfielder being targeted by Tottenham Hotspur and Spurs pursuit ongoing, but no agreement yet. That's the big thing, right? No agreement yet. Yo, Jay, thank you for the heart, me. Appreciate you, dude. So, yeah, Palace continue to work on possible replacements. So, Palace is sounding out replacements. Eze is going to start for Palace against Chelsea today, but the deal does still look likely. That's where I'm at. That's where I feel like the latest news is. Yeah, loyalty's a rare thing in football these days. So you can't knock him for wanting to play as well. I didn't believe that report for a second. Eze's not the type to do that at all. Yeah, exactly. I agree, to be honest with you. And there's no problem with him playing today at the end of the day. Like, I don't have a problem with him playing, especially if he scores the winner and helps Palace beat Chelsea. Like, what better way to introduce yourself to the Tottenham fan base than to, you know, get one over on one of Tottenham's biggest rivals? I've got no problem. Is Savinho a complicated deal? Because it sounds it, yeah. City, I genuinely don't think City want to sell Savinho. We're going to end up paying 70 million quid for Savinho, which I think is expensive. I'd still pay it though. I'd still pay it. It's 7:40 p.m. Sunday night in Oz. Just got home from a 14-hour straight shift. That's a grind right there, Milton, my friend. You wind down, you relax. Back to work in 7 hours time. You need to get some sleep then. Oh, what are you doing watching me? Just get some sleep. Hello from South Africa, Mitch. Hey, Gareth. How you doing, man? Welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're watching over there, or follow on TikTok if you're on the TikTok live. I'm so glad that football's back. Any of you guys go to the games yesterday for the clubs that you support? Jacob, thank you for the follow, dude. Appreciate you. Totally agree. We need Eze so much. Let's play. He was what was missing, right? In my opinion. Spence Football, thank you for the follow on TikTok, dude. I appreciate you. I think Ginela029, thank you for the follow. I think the big thing, Tottenham Burnley yesterday, right? While Spurs played really, really well in the second half, I think the main thing that was missing was that creative spark, right? That attacking midfield creative spark was definitely missing, and we struggled to break Burnley down at times. Eze is like the guy that solves that problem, right? I think, anyway. Eze with a farewell game for Palace today and arrives in the coming days. Savinho next week once the City game is done. Could see that happening. I could definitely see the Savinho deal dragging out until after we've played City. So, yeah. Why is this taking so long? Unfortunately, big transfers like this don't get done that quickly, especially when it's Spurs and Palace involved, two of the most ridiculous negotiating teams in the Premier League. I mean, that's generally just what it is, Adam. Question, Mitch, how long you follow Spurs and why Spurs? I've been a Spurs fan all my life, man. It's family related. Dad's a Spurs fan. Granddad's a Spurs fan. Granddad's been going as a season ticket holder for decades, right? Like 50 odd years. So yeah, grown up a Spurs fan. Eze isn't in the lineup. My sources saying discipline reasons. I'm not sure about that. Let's talk about how good Kudus and Richarlison were yesterday. Honestly, I'm literally so close to finishing editing my video for the YouTube channel reviewing the Burnley game, and I talk a lot about Richarlison and Kudus because they were fantastic against Burnley. Really good. Like, can you imagine front line, Savinho on the left, Eze number 10, Kudus on the right, and then Richarlison or Solanke, whoever it may be, as the number 9. That's an attack that should be challenging for the top 4, top 5 places, in my opinion. I genuinely just think it should be. I've heard Basuma may be part of the Eze deal. Maybe. I'd be surprised. I don't know if they need that central midfield type, right? When Spurs versus Burnley, of course, great game. Yeah, for sure. For sure. City only paid 30 mil for Savinho. Yeah, they did. I work at the Tottenham Stadium. The atmosphere was immense. Yeah, it was good yesterday. It was good. I enjoyed it. It always is at the first game of the season. Always is. Spurs hierarchy need to do something I can't remember them doing in recent years. Act swiftly and ruthlessly in their approach for Eze'S. I think it's too late for that, to be honest. I think it's too late to act swift and quickly. The saga's already been going on for days and almost weeks now. So yeah. I would follow you on other platforms, but only do YouTube, don't do Instagram rates. That's fine, dude. No, you're all good. You're all good. Those are transformative signings when adding in Palhinha and Kudus. Yeah, agreed. Like, this is what I mean. There's a potential for the squad to be really, really good and really exciting. And that's why everyone's so on edge, I think, is because they just want it to get done. They want it to get done. And I understand why. I've been desperate, right, for Spurs to sign Eze all summer. Just absolutely all summer. If Spurs could get the Eze deal over the line, then we're just laughing, right? It's such a Tottenham signing. Such a Tottenham signing. If Richarlison could stay fit and get 15 plus a season. Again, spoilers for the new video that's coming out this afternoon. I said in the video, if Richarlison can stay fit, he is a double-digit striker. Double-digit Premier League goal striker. So, you know, need to get it done. Going, if Arsenal to shift Trossard and maybe one other, they could come back. Yeah, Arsenal have always been a worry for me. I feel like if they were going to act, though, they would have by now, in my opinion. I'm massively hurt from Gibbs White, so can't trust anything. Yeah, completely understandable. When do you think we'll sign Eze? Hopefully, I'm hoping at the latest the deal's done by like tomorrow night. That's what I'm hoping for. Were you surprised Palhinha didn't start? No, I wasn't, because I don't think we really needed that type of player against Burnley. In terms of like the defensive stalwart type player, I don't think we really needed that. So yeah, I follow Spurs since 1990 when I started playing football. I refuse to wear red. Nice, man. I love it. I love that. I actually think Palhinha could be our most significant signing. Interesting shout. I'll keep that one bookmarked and come back to it. What's going to happen with the likes of Brian Hill, Mana, Biss? I mean, they're not going to play this season, I don't think. I think Bissouma will get sold, right? I think he will be one of the ones that goes. I do think Solomon will probably go as well. I do think Solomon will go, but not for much money, to be honest with you. Just because we're so bad at selling. We're such a bad selling club that it's like, it's kind of embarrassing. I think you have to give Thomas Frank the tools. He deserves it massively. Shown against PSG with the tools, he can do what we want him to. I'm so excited for this season. Back the manager. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how we set up against City next weekend. Whether he goes back to that back 3/5, whatever you want to call it, or whether he tries to go toe-to-toe. Because we've seen a very varied approach against City over the years, but we always seem to have their number, whether it's playing on the counter-attack, whether it's playing under the front foot under Ange Postecoglou. So, yeah, Frank's approach to that one's going to be very, very interesting. I follow Spurs, I follow Newcastle. My dad's an Everton fan, mum's a Palace fan. That is a very mixed bag. It's a very, very mixed bag. 100% agree. Here's the more interesting question. We get Eze'S and Savinho and they go for our starting lineup. Who makes ways? Odobert, Tell won't all be able to make the bench either. It depends, right? I think there's a lot of various things that need to be considered when it comes to the squad this season. You've got injuries are going to happen, right? Inevitably, injuries are going to happen. I just hope that it's not going to be to like Eze himself or any of those new signings. Like Odobert spent a lot of last season out injured. We know that Solanke and Richarlison both had injuries last season. We know that obviously Maddison's out, Kulusevski's out. Like there's going to be hiccups and bumps in the road with this. But if you want to be a successful football team, you need to have squad depth. Look at City yesterday, right? Battered Wolves 4-0. And when they were 3-0 up, they brought on Marmoush, Shirky, and Mateus Nunes. Right, that quality off the bench is utterly insane. And that's what you've got to try and compete with. That's what Spurs need. So you can never have too much quality in the team, in my opinion. So yeah, as a fan base, we need to respect Johnson does the job and gets the goals. Yeah, Johnson has this weird knack where he doesn't play very well, but he still pops up and scores, which I don't know how he does it constantly, but he always just pops up and he always scores. He took his finish really, really well against Burnley, though. I'll give him credit for that. I'm not sure about him on the left. Personally. But you know, we'll see. He'll play a lot of positions probably this season. I'd imagine for the City game, Frank plays the same team against PSG. Quite possibly, yeah. Quite possibly. The player I wanted was Francisco Conceição from Porto. Went to Juve for €30 million to be paid over 4 years. Actually, Juve selling for double in 3 years. Yeah, cool. Interesting shout. How does the back three work if we don't have Eze and Savinho? I think. What do you mean? We looked a little shaky at the back at times against Burnley, so surely Frank will go back three. Yeah, I think back three is probably going to be the way to go against City. I've just realised how dark my camera is on YouTube, by the way. I need to buy a new one. I need to buy a better one. But yeah, Richarlison gonna comeback season in the World Cup. Yeah, he looks like he's ready to be the main man, and Frank's speaking very highly of him. Yeah, I mean, I've always said Richarlison is a double-digit Premier League goal scoring striker. His issue is he can't stay fit. He cannot, for the life of him, stay fit. And this is what I'm worried about as well, right? He's playing really, really well. Scored 2 incredible goals. But I still feel like he's going to end up playing another game and getting injured. I I want him to stay fit and I want him to contribute, and that's when I'll probably change my mind on whether I think we should sell him or not, personally. Eze'S, hey man, how you doing? Mitch, what do you think will be the biggest improvers in the league and what teams will get dropped? Improvers in the league, if you're talking team, I think Sunderland are going to do really, really well this season. I think Everton will be the biggest improvers. I'm looking forward to watching their game tomorrow against Leeds, to be fair. I think they'll do well, Everton. I think they will have a good season. They've signed some really good players. I think West Ham go down this year, guys. I think this is the year. This is the year West Ham go down. With Burnley and Leeds or Brentford, maybe. We'll see how Brentford get on today. Against City, I reckon we'll start Danso and milk set pieces. Not impossible. Not impossible. It will follow a similar pattern to the PSG game, though. Gil wasn't given a squad number, so can't play. Yeah, fairs. Hopefully we get Eze before the City game. 100% agree. The Savinho deal's starting to look unlikely, isn't it? It's just, I think the Savinho deal, right, I think what we'll do is we'll make one more bid for Savinho. And if that doesn't get accepted, then maybe we'll look elsewhere. Just because, like, realistically, like, being serious, Savinho isn't worth more than £70 million, right? Let's be serious for a second. He's not worth more than that. Because after that price, you're getting into, like, Rafael Leao territory, and those are the types of players that you can buy. So, in my opinion, we shouldn't be paying more than that. I mean, like, Real Madrid want 100 million euros for Rodrigo. So what does that work out to? 80 million quid? Like, you're getting close to that sort of territory for Rodrigo. But Fabrizio Romano said this 2 hours ago. Man City keep thinking of Rodrigo as main target if Savinho ends up leaving and joining Tottenham. As revealed days ago, Man City want to try for Brazilian star, but only if Savio leaves. No Akliouche, no Xavi Simons is now Rodrigo, the name mentioned. Fab's been a bit weird with this stuff because he keeps saying that on his live streams and on his YouTubes and stuff, he keeps saying that City don't want to sell Savinho, but then he keeps saying City want to go for Rodrigo. So which one is it? Hope Odebert starts. Yeah, he definitely deserves some starts this season. 100% agree with that. Fair play to Richie. I bet he's happy to have Paulinho there, someone that speaks Portuguese. Yeah, I'd imagine so. I made a prediction to my friends that West Ham will go down. No one believed me. They looked awful against Sunderland. I mean, Sunderland looked decent enough. But West Ham looked really, really poor, in my opinion. I think Everton will finish 12th. My bottom three, Burnley, West Ham and Bournemouth. Bournemouth. I don't think Bournemouth will go down, in my opinion. Do you think Savinho has asked Pep to leave? I think it's understood at City that Savinho wants to leave and join Tottenham. I think it's well understood there that is the case. Do you reckon we get Savinho? I got a feeling this next bid gets accepted because we're basically giving City all of the money to go out and buy Rodrigo. So in that case, I think if we put £70 million on the table, I do think the deal gets done. Genuinely, that's my opinion. In my honest opinion, I reckon we signed 2 players we haven't heard of. I would love Leao, but I'm Portuguese, I'm a bit biased. Yeah, that'd be sick. That'd be so good. Let's hope today's Eze's farewell. Is Savinho actually injured or not? Mitch, you think the Eze deal happens? I don't think Savinho is injured. I think he's given way too many hints on his Instagram posts to suggest that he's injured. So yeah. And do you think the Eze deal's happen? Yeah, there's nothing right now that tells me the Eze deal doesn't get done. Although I put a poll out this morning saying, are you confident Tottenham get a deal for Eberechi Eze over the line? It's got 1,500 votes. 56.2% say they're confident Eze signs. 43.8% say they don't think they're confident that Eze signs. So that's where people are at on it. So yeah, Fabrizio, on Savinho again, Fabrizio said this. Said, understand Savinho remains keen on a Tottenham move as the negotiations are not over yet. Tottenham plan to try again for Savinho after first bid revealed 1 week ago. Man City closing doors to exit, but in case of improved proposal, stance could change. It's that last bit that's a bit like, what is actually going on there? City closing doors to exit, but in case of improved proposal, stance could change. Very interesting one. Very, very interesting one. But yeah, I agree. I think we need both. I think we need that left wing. I don't think Brennan Johnson can be our starting left winger for sure. Savinho fits in very, very well there. And Eze, oh my God, just so needed. So needed at Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. The most Tottenham player to not play for Tottenham. So yeah, if Savinho can't hack it, let him go. Take that 60, 70 million and run, but don't bring me Rodrigo. Leave that City fan there clearly not happy about potentially signing Rodrigo. Yeah, see, like, the City fans are all turning on Savinho now. The City fans are all turning on Savinho. Just let him leave. Let him leave. Reports saying Arsenal looking at selling players and maybe move for Eze will block Nwaneri. I think we should have a free run at this. Levy, don't mess this up. Don't speak too soon. Don't speak too soon. Yeah, Eberechi Eze starts today and same expected to happen for Mark Gehi. Clear plan by Oliver Glasner. Negotiations for Eze to Tottenham remain advanced, but deal not sealed yet, so Glasner wants to trust Eberechi. Talks also continue for Gehi to Liverpool, but also not done. So, this is my thinking, right? I will start panicking and worrying a little bit if we haven't got, like, confirmation by the end of tonight that Spurs have pretty much wrapped up a deal for Eze now. Like, that in my opinion, is what needs to happen. I have no problem with him starting. Palace are looking for replacements, obviously. If Spurs miss out on Eze now, like, the fan base goes into meltdown. And rightfully so. In my opinion, rightfully so. The fan base goes into meltdown if we don't manage to actually sign Eze. And I can't blame them. I genuinely cannot blame them if that does happen. It would be the most Tottenham thing that could possibly happen. So yeah, I reckon Grealish is going to cook at Everton. Yeah, I'm backing Grealish to have a really strong season. Really strong season. Eze's last game today. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, guys. I really hope so. What's this guy saying? Sasha, more on Eze to Tottenham deal. Talks not advanced as expected. What? Talks not advanced. He said yesterday talks were advanced. This is what I mean, guys. Some of these journalists, right, they just contradict themselves. Because this guy yesterday said that a deal was basically done. And they just all backtrack. So, yeah, you just got to take all of this stuff with a pinch of salt. Spurs luck, Eze and Savinho play and do an ACL. Yeah, if Eze gets injured, bro, it's ropes. It's ropes. They're playing against Chelsea as well. Just something. Something, man. Crazy how they still have to add Eze to this attacking cam. The boys. So good. Yeah. I mean, Arsenal fans are not particularly happy, I don't think. I think you're right about the Nwaneri shout and the Max Dowman stuff. They don't want to block their development because they really, really do believe in them. But fingers crossed, Tottenham managed to sign Eberechi Eze. I'm looking forward to watching his last game today. And hopefully that is the last we see of him in a Palace kit and we get him in that Spurs shirt as soon as possible. But look, I'm going to end the live stream there, guys, because I want to finish editing my YouTube video reviewing the Burnley game and get that uploaded to you. It's going to be up in like the next hour or two. I've basically finished editing it. I just need to export it and sort of thumbnail for it. So I'm going to go and finish doing that. Thank you so much for everybody that joined the live stream, by the way. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you for dropping in and commenting and everything else. I really need to buy a new camera for YouTube. I don't know why it's so dark. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. If you've enjoyed the live content over on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel and you won't miss out on any of the content that's dropping on there as well. And also on TikTok, thank you for the love. Appreciate all the follows and the likes on the live stream and stuff. THFC Spence, thank you so much for the follow, dude. Closing in on 2,000 followers over there. And look, the aim by the end of the 25-26 season is to hit 5k subs on YouTube, 5k followers on TikTok. So I appreciate every single one of you, and it makes these live streams a lot easier being able to chat to you guys as well. So thanks for getting involved in the chats, in the live streams. Check out my video on YouTube later today, and I'll be back live again very, very soon. So thanks very much.